give a quick round of applause, please, for Anya Kerr, my amazing colleague and MC for the morning so far. Other than what I hear, she dropped an F-bomb earlier. She's done a pretty good job, I've heard. So, as she said, my name is Rahul Chopra, and I'm the CEO of Storyful. I'm also someone who's been completely fascinated with the changes in visual storytelling over the last couple of years, and the role which we believe Storyful has played in that. Storyful, to give you some background, was founded about 5 years ago with a simple premise. Can we combine best-in-class technology with some incredibly talented journalists to help the biggest news organizations of the world not only make sense of, but potentially use user-generated content? Journalists have faced an ever-changing world over the last couple of years. They were first initially asked to just write stories, and whether that be print or digital or both, but then also handle social media, also look after video, potentially shoot video, be in front of the camera, whatever it may be, and all while doing that with even less people. The role that we've played and believe that we can play is we've created a social newsroom in a box that could be a partner for these big news organizations to help them tell great stories. They've also faced a new world that we've all faced, where the communities that they were used to reaching out and talking to are now the ones that are creating the lion's share of the world's content. Whether it be incredible footage, and I'm going to find my clicker somewhere. I think it's that guy. Sorry about that. Whether it be incredible footage that's coming out of areas like Turkey or Syria. Storyful was there to not only discover that content, but help make sense of it for the biggest organizations in the world to use. And now they've not only mastered that, but they've been able to tell incredibly powerful stories. Whether it be the Wall Street Journal, the Guardian, the BBC, or in this case, the New York Times, that told this incredibly powerful story using or leveraging social content around an ISIS survivor. If we take a step back for a second and think about where we were when this year began, these are two of Mary Meeker's 3,000 slide deck that she presents at the beginning of every year, that she called out the power of user-generated content, the sheer scale of it, and the importance that it's playing in today's media landscape. If you think past that later on in this year, these two platforms came out of nowhere and have become mediums to tell incredibly powerful visual stories through live video. The sheer volume of UGC is absolutely incredible. Over 80% of the content online today is UGC. It is the natural resource of the internet. At the beginning of the year, we talked about YouTube with 4 billion views a day. Today, we're talking about Facebook and Snapchat and YouTube with that same sort of scale. It is just immense. But if I polled most of you in the audience, I would bet when it comes to UGC, you probably think of stuff like this. I personally find it hilarious, but it's not necessarily high in quality. But when it came to Storyful, the light bulb moment that we had was its content that was
Mommy's
this.
gonna sing you a song? You want me to sing a song, honey? Let me know how you feel about the song, okay? I don't want you to come round here no more. I beg you for mercy. You don't know how strong my weakness is, or how much it hurts me. 'Cause when you say it's over with her, I want to believe it's true. So I let you in, knowing tomorrow I'm gonna wake up
All right, it goes on and on. It's just incredible to watch that, and any parent in the room just melts. I've watched that about 30,000 times since we bought this company, and it makes me cry every time. That video has been consumed over 100 million times. It was shown on every digital platform you can imagine, on television globally, on every morning talk show. And for the marketers in the room, you've done an incredible job wrapping those mediums with your brand's message. But why not use the content that is engaging those audiences, especially with the ability that you have to talk to these audiences directly with these massive social platforms, the publishing opportunities you have, and the scale that is there. Because what we found, and this has been researched, when you combine user-generated content with created content, brands see a lift in engagement by almost 30%. That is incredibly powerful in itself. Sorry, I'm really bad with this clicker. There it is. There's still challenges when you think about what it comes to when it comes to using this content. Some think the battle is over when you talk about discovery. But how do you know the context behind the content? How do you know who created the content? Most think when one of those hurdles are clear, your brand is in the clear. But unfortunately, that's not always the case. Like when DiGiorno Pizza in the US acted in haste when it came to using an ill-advised hashtag. Or without context and verification, when certain brands became the butt of a joke when it came to the viral sensation, which was this Jimmy Kimmel video. But when done right, like the case of when we worked with Toyota on this campaign, the content is, again, stunning. That's 5 pieces of UGC. It's authentic, it's engaging, it's delightful, it makes you interested to watch the entire thing. And at the heart of all that, it comes down to one key thing. It's what we're all talking about, which is authenticity when it comes to the content. And the most important thing of all. And there are many, many examples like that. When you take time to understand what you're looking at, the rewards can be absolutely immense. Take Dove's Spark Beautiful campaign that involved tweets that were posted together. The effect was to bind an audience and build trust for the brand. It helped the brand stand for something, which is obviously the most critical component of being authentic. Or when Honey Made, you understood the context and responded with authenticity to turn a negative social response into something that's helped redefine that brand overall. If you're not familiar with some of these campaigns, I would look them up. They're absolutely incredible and really, really well done. And people have had fun with it. It's why Domino's has changed the way they do business to allow for emojis when it comes to ordering pizza. I still haven't figured out how to do it, but apparently it works. It's also how Target and Star Wars almost exclusively use user-generated content to tap into the passion of the Star Wars fan base and the power of emotion behind this brand and and being able to give and receive gifts. It directly influenced the purchase path, has been a pretty big success for them so far. And finally, it's how Olive Garden turned to us and user-generated content when they wanted to drive home the message of family. And I promise this is the last video I'm going to show. Guys, thank you for your time. Just to wrap up really quickly, don't underestimate the power of user-generated content. Just make sure, don't underestimate the difficulty it is, the context that's important. The discovery is just one part of it. And I guess most important, if you need help with it, come find Storyful. Thank you very much.